The perfect manifestation of the human spirit does not discount any part of oneself. It allows the intellect to guide the unruly beast within. It does not see any flaw as a reason to give up, because there is no existence known to the individual outside of their own experience. The flaw is recognized, accepted, and incorporated in its plan to move forward, because there is simply no opposing force that states that the flaw is harmful to the individual beyond its own understanding. Gon's rage is truly mesmerizing. A child so confident and sure of himself, brought to his knees by his own investment in the world. This rage is not mesmerizing because the release of emotion is satisfying. It definitely is satisfying, but this rage is a perfect storm of the human spirit. Gon is an anomaly. At times his effort feels effortless, and it's pure joy to watch him grow up in a world that is cruel and unforgiving. He does not hide emotion. He always acts with intent. Every sentence said and every action made is authentic. He chooses to live out his truth and is unwavering in his desire to act out this truth, even if it means tearing himself down. Gon is constantly chasing his future self and respects the journey of accepting himself to get there. The actual moment of transformation speaks deeply to who we all can truly be. While Gon had resolve up to this point, it was often in the pursuit of what he wanted: to find his father, to help his friends, to make people's lives better, to protect others. He held on to that childish spirit of only going after what he wanted. It wasn't until confronted with the horrific existential truth of the world that he could catch a spark of who he could be. Seeing someone he cared so deeply about die in such a gruesome and honest way made him confront his resolve. It was no longer about what he wanted. It became about what he didn't want. He doesn't want to miss the opportunity to lose his father. He doesn't want his friends to feel helpless. He doesn't want others to suffer. He doesn't want to see those he loves die. When a boy has to make that transition from focusing on self to focusing on the world, that is when he starts the journey to becoming a man. Most of the time, in the first steps of that transition, there is a glimmer of potential being actualized. That glimmer is often frightening, inspiring, and heartbreaking. The heartbreak of letting go of innocence to understand how dangerous one must be to exist peacefully in the world. Heartbreaking because it is not a transition that can be made without sitting alone in a room with everything the world could be and watching it slip through your fingers. Gon's rage is mesmerizing in that same way. The emotion, eagerness, and potential having to coincide with reality and helplessness. That actualization of oneself is fleeting without experience, but you cannot have experience without an honest attempt to actualize. Uncontrolled emotion is what set him back from his first step forward. His resolve, his love, his authenticity, all brought him to this moment of actualization. But it was also everything that his rage could use as a tool to enact revenge, to frighten those around him, to have them act in a way that he thinks he should be, rather than to be who he is. To use his redeemable qualities against himself for short-term relief. Gon's rage is beautiful, because it is a necessary first step for him to see what he doesn't want for himself.